to TaylaMadeNatural. First, I want to start by saying thank y'all for being so patient with me because I have not posted a video in a long time. But here I am, I'm back, and I felt like this was a good time to show y'all how I'm making my fabric mask. So they're gonna be a little bit different because there's so much research going on the internet right now of how effective are these fabric masks. I put together a couple of different layers to make mine the most effective that a fabric mask can be, because fabric masks don't compare to surgical masks. So in order to make this the most effective, I have 3 layers, and one of the layers is completely preference. That layer is gonna be silk or satin. Satin is really soft. This is gonna be the layer that goes up against your face and it's still very breathable. The inner layer, which helps make the cotton the most effective, is gonna be nylon. The nylon that I'm using is in a pair of stockings, okay? You can get this from your local Dollar Tree. A pair of stockings, and in that pack, it's a 2-pack, which gives you 2 pairs of stockings, which gives you 4 in total. My 3rd layer, the final layer, is going to be cotton. Cotton, you know, this is gonna be the outer layer, the 3rd layer. The first step of what you're gonna do is gather all your materials. So you have those 3 layers. Oh, you're gonna need something to go around your ear. What I chose to use for the ears is actually an old pair of yoga pants. They were some maternity yoga pants. And so this is gonna be a very stretchy and soft fabric. This is my whole goal because at first I wasn't wearing masks. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. But now that they're required in my state in order to go into grocery stores and things like that, so I'm like, okay, instead of going out and buying some of those little thin whatever filters that they have going on, instead of going out and buying those, I'm just gonna make them, and I'm gonna make them the best way that I can make it. So, and it's gonna fit my needs, which is, you know, the effectiveness and the breathability, because I am extremely claustrophobic and I need them to be soft around my skin. So you're gonna need some type of measuring tape or ruler. You're going to need those 3 layers we talked about. You're going to need a preferred fabric for around your ears. Like I said, I cut up an old pair of yoga pants, and you can use hair scrunchies. You can use the headbands. You could use some of those if you have some old ones, or you could just use an old t-shirt if you want to use that for the ear part. So a preferred piece for that. And you're gonna need scissors, a sewing machine for this video, and a safety pin. And I believe that's all I've been using. Yep, that's all I've been using. And obviously, you know, you need thread. So let's get into the measurements of these pieces. These ear pieces are 1 inch wide by 6 inches long. So 1 inch by 6 by 1. The stockings come how they come. The squares that I have cut up are 6 by 10. Let me double check that. Yes, 6 by 10. 6 by 10 inch squares are good for adults, but if you're making them for kids, then you might want to do, I would say no more than like an 8 by 4. Something like that. Here's some of the ones that I finished already. This is what you're gonna get at the end. Super soft on the inside. Super tight around the face. These are actually going out somewhere, so that's the only reason why I put my logo on it. But yeah, they're super secure around the face. They're super breathable. So we have these 3 done so far. The first step is to get your stockings together. What I did for a pair of stockings, let me show you on these that I have not cut yet. Okay, it comes in a pack of 2 pairs of stockings. The first step that I did was I cut off this very edge part here, just a straight cut, just like this. Just enough to even off that edge now. I separated these and I took my scissors and went directly down the side here. So now you're able to open your stocking up so it's flat. Now you can do that with both sides, and you'll need, depending on what size you guys got of the stockings, because these are queen size knee highs. So for knee highs, 1 pair is great for 1 mask. Okay, so knee high stockings, 1 pair is for 1 mask. Because what I'm gonna do, which is my very first step before I even start the layering, I'm gonna open both of these up. Now they're both open, one on top of the other just by a little bit. They're really good at sticking together. So you just kind of press down the middle line. When you flip it over, you can see that it's wider now. It's able to fit your entire mask. Let's go to the sewing machine. We're gonna sew 1 straight line down the middle of your stockings to connect the stockings, and then we're gonna layer it. Now you see them, I'm going right down the middle. My needle is lined up, ready to go right down the middle. 1 straight stitch. You're gonna front stitch, back stitch in the beginning and end, of course, to lock it in. Now we have our middle layer sewn together, not coming apart. And we're gonna take the pretty sides of our other 2 layers and put those together. So I think next I'm gonna make me one of these. Pretty sides together, okay? This is the soft side. And put those 2 together first. They line up perfectly, and then it doesn't matter. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah. It doesn't matter which side you put on this part because it's gonna be in the middle regardless. Your next 2 lines you're gonna sew, because this is gonna be sewn a little bit differently since I'm gonna be flipping this inside out. And I think I did try it the other way where you just basically fold it under and hem all sides, but I don't know, I just didn't like it. So this is gonna be one we're turning inside out. So your first 2 lines that you're gonna sew, look at this one. Yes, baby.
Yeah, I do.
And she got shoes. She got pajamas with shoes. Great job. You going bye-bye?
Yeah, that.
Okay, well you gotta get your jacket too, right? Where's your coat? In there? Go get it. Go bye-bye.
No.
No? Okay.
You're just
Okay. So the first 2 lines we're gonna sew are the sides. These short sides.
Mommy,
I want you to sew 1 on each side, just as close to the edge as possible. Okay. We're not going outside, it's raining. Okay, you understand? Oh, you came back. Whew, it was a long trip for you, huh? So you have 2 lines sewn down these edges right here. And our next step is going to be the top and the bottom, which both I'm going to do a little bit differently. I'm going to leave at least a finger's room. So that's probably like about an inch, no more than an inch, on each side. I'm going to start sewing right here. Making sure you guys can see.
Mommy.
I'm going to start sewing right here, go all the way down until I get about right here, and then leave that gap open, okay? If you can see my gap that I left right here and right here, I know it's red on red thread and fabric. I'm gonna do the same thing at the bottom, except at the bottom, I'm also going to leave a big enough gap in the middle for me to flip it inside out, okay? Okay, I hope you can see my lines a little bit better. There's a gap right here. There's a gap right here. And then to flip it inside out, I left some room right here. Okay, so now we are going to trim up these edges. Everything on the other side of the stitch, you know, I'm gonna cut that off. Clean up the sides all the way around. Make sure there's no extra stocking because that can get in the way. And then we're gonna flip it inside out and I'll show you the next step.
Anyways, my name is Johnny. My fake name is the white man got me. James. But for real, you call me Johnny.
Okay, welcome to the show, James. Okay. Now this is what you have. Looking good. Okay, next we're gonna insert the ear pieces, and that's when you're gonna need that safety pin. Take one of these at a time. I kind of fold it in half like this. In one way, out the other. I'm using a safety pin so that nothing gets lost inside of here. So I can feel that safety pin and just keep pushing it through the fabric. until it comes out that other side. Now you don't want to lose it on this side either, so join the two ends together. Remove the safety pin. I'm going to join the two ends together, pull this tight, and I'm going to go back and forth multiple times, you know, as many as you want. You don't want it to be too bulky thread right there, but you want to make sure that it's secure and it does not come off. So overlap that, place it under your needle. Just gonna go back and forth. So now you know that ain't going nowhere. These is not coming apart. Now I'm gonna twist this around so it's that part that we just sewn is on the inside here.
Mommy?
Oh, sure.
Mommy?
Just too far. Yeah,
Mommy?
baby. You so tired? Is it in there? Okay. That's one ear. Let's do the exact same thing on the other side. Now, this is not done yet. I got one more step for y'all. One of the things you want to remember for this last step is the edges that we left out. We don't want those to stick out. So our last step is to sew all the way around. Before we do that, I'm gonna make sure everything is tucked in where it should be. And since that one want to be difficult, that's the edge right there where we're gonna start sewing. I'm sorry. Since this one is being difficult, this is the edge I'm gonna start sewing all the way around. Now I want to show you guys exactly how I'm going to be sewing around it, because I want to make sure I lock in these ear pieces. These right here, I'm going to make sure these are locked in and they ain't going nowhere. So that way, you know, you can wash it. You can put it in a wash machine. You can hand wash it. You can wear it, you know, throw it in the back of your car, whatever you want to do. And they ain't going nowhere. The hole that we left open, we want to make sure that's going to be folded in before it's sewn across, okay? Before that's sewn complete. All right, so I wish I did have a tripod so that I could give y'all a better visual of my sewing technique on this part, but I'm going to do the best I can. Let's do it. So we're going to be starting right here at the top edge corner. I'm going to sew past the elastic, stop right here. I'm going to turn and go down to case in the elastic, and then I'm going to go back this way to sew over this elastic, and then we're going to go back around and do the same thing for the other side. Okay, I hope that wasn't confusing. So I like to pull the elastic to make sure I'm getting my stretch on. Put that up under there. Every time you start, you back stitch and then go forward again. I don't know what they're arguing about, but I don't know. All right, let's go. Okay, I'm pulling this fabric down before I sew my line straight down, okay? Now we're going this direction.
Mommy,
And this is passing up our opening. So I'm gonna make sure that's hemmed in and ready to be sewn down. Come on. Yeah, if you can wait till I finish this one, just this one mask. This is why it takes me so long.
Yeah,
This is why, this right here, this. Her. This is why it takes me so long to do anything. Excuse me.
Mimi?
No, not Mimi. That ain't my name. Hold on. JJ. All right, let's go through this. This is your finished product. This, the way we held it straight, that allows it to be tight around your face. Okay? Without losing that stretch right here. Completely breathable, talkable. And that's it. You have your very own fabric face mask that's completely soft and comfortable for you to wear, and also adds added protection to make it more effective than any other fabric mask that you'll find. And I want to thank you guys for watching. If you like what you saw, feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see you guys in the next video.